important oxidation reaction using paracids is Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. So in this reaction, ketones are oxidized to esters. So ketones in presence of paracids, this is benzyl peracid. So it will be converted into esters. So one of the oxygen will be delivered to the bond between carbonyl and alkyl group. So you will be getting esters by this reaction. So let us look into the mechanism of the reaction. The paracids will be decomposing into this anion and H+. So this ketone will be reacting with H+, and you will be, the lone pair will be taking up this proton, and you will be getting a C double bond O OH+. One lone pair is lost, the another one is there, R dash. Okay, in the next step, this carbanion, this will be attacking this carbon. How it will be attacking carbonyl carbon? This carbonyl carbon is now electron deficient because this pi bond will be shifted to oxygen, so that carbon will be getting positive charge. So that will be electrophilic in nature, electrophilic carbon. So this negative charge will be attacking this carbonyl carbon, and you will be getting COH, and R dash I am writing here, and C double bond O, pH, we have started with pH, so pH. So in the next step, what will happen? This lone pair will be shifting here, so that the carbonyl valency will become 5, so that is not stable. So what will happen? One of the alkyl group are forced to migrate on to this oxygen, and this will be leaving. So the product would be R C double bond O H. The oxygen losses is lone pair, so positive charge, and here this will be shifted to oxygen, and the R dash group is shifted to oxygen. So it will be like this, plus O minus C double bond O pH. The side product of the reaction will be corresponding carboxylic acid. Okay. So in the next step, what will happen? This proton will be leaving. So you will be getting H plus that H plus will be combining with this one. So you can write pH CO2H plus R C double bond O R dash. So this is the ester. So once again I will explain. The paracid will be decomposing to give this carbanion and proton. The proton will be activating ketone for the nucleophilic attack. So this will be becoming like this, so that the carbonyl carbon will be more and more electrophilic in nature. Then the nucleophile attacks over here, this pi bond will be shifted here. Then here migration of alkyl groups happens. Okay, from carbonyl carbon to oxygen. So this is assisted by the lone pair over here. So this R dash will be shifting to oxygen, and this peroxide linkage will be cleaving. So you will be getting RC double bond OH plus OR dash and carboxylic acid anion. Then here H plus will be leaving. So you will be getting benzoic acid and corresponding ester. So this is the mechanism of Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Now, as I said earlier, one of the alkyl groups in the ketone will be migrated to oxygen to form esters. So in the case of symmetrical ketones, both R group will be same. Suppose acetone, both methyl groups are same, and one of the methyl groups will be shifted, and you will be getting methyl ester. Okay, methyl acetic ester. Okay, so but if we are having unsymmetrical ketones, one is R and one is R dash, migration, which alkyl group will be migrating? So that is an important one in this case of Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. So you can have either R dash will migrate, so that the oxygen will be coming between this carbon and R dash. So you will be getting product in this manner. Or you can have this R group migration. So the oxygen will be inserting between this carbon and R group. So you will be getting ROCO R dash. So migratory aptitude of the alkyl groups depends or predicts the product of the reaction. So that is why migratory aptitude of the groups, understanding of migratory aptitude of group is very important in the case of Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. Let us first consider among the alkyl group which will be having greater migratory aptitude. If you are looking into the different alkyl groups, you can see that tertiary alkyl group is having greater migratory aptitude, then comes secondary, then primary, then comes methyl groups. So that means if you have a primary alkyl group over here and this is tertiary alkyl group, suppose this is primary alkyl group and this is tertiary alkyl group. So the product we will be getting is after the migration of tertiary alkyl group. So that means this will be the product. This is primary, this is tertiary. So this would be the major product. So that is the meaning of this migratory aptitude. So you have to keep in mind that the order will be tertiary greater than secondary, then primary, then last for the methyl group. Now among the alkyl groups, if you are seeing the one which is substituted with plus sum or plus R effect groups, that means electron releasing groups. Plus sum effect groups, that means electron releasing groups will be having greater migratory aptitude than simple phenol, then least for the minus M effect substituent group, that means electron withdrawing group. So the ring with plus sum effect group migrates at a faster rate, then comes simple phenyl group, then with the ring with minus M effect group, that means electron withdrawing group. So this is the migratory aptitude among aryl groups. And similarly you can write when a group of things, I can write in this manner. This is OMe. OMe is having greater plus M effect. So this is having more. Then comes methyl group, because plus M effect is somewhat less for methyl. Then comes our phenyl group. Okay. Then comes chloro substituted one. Then comes the nitro substituted one. That depends upon the electron withdrawing group. This is having greater electron withdrawing ability. Then comes this. This is having no effect, no plus M and minus M. This is having plus M. This is having plus M. So this is the migratory aptitude, decreasing order of migrating aptitude among the alkyl groups. Now let us see, if we have seen ketones with both alkyl groups and if ketones are with both aryl group, among which we have seen the migratory aptitude. Now if you have ketone with alkyl or aryl group or hydrogen and aryl group, what will be the migratory aptitude among alkyl group and aryl group which is having greater migratory aptitude? Let us look into that. So the overall migratory aptitude, that is the thing we are seeing. Okay. The overall migratory aptitude, if you are seeing for different groups, hydrogen will be high. Whatever groups are present over here, if you have hydrogen over here, that will be migrating. Okay. So hydrogen will be having greater migratory aptitude. So if you are writing an example, suppose you have CH3 C double bond O H, and if you are doing Baeyer-Villiger oxidation using peracid, this hydrogen will be migrating. So that means CH3 C double bond O OH. So hydrogen migration means here not alkyl group. So you are not getting ester, you will be getting corresponding carboxylic acid. So hydrogen, whatever the groups present, hydrogen will be having greater migratory aptitude than any of the groups. Then comes tertiary alkyl, then comes secondary alkyl, then comes aryl groups. Okay, aryl groups will be between secondary and primary, then primary alkyl, then least for the methyl group. So this you have to always keep in mind, this order of migratory aptitude. Now based on this thing, you have to predict the product of the reaction. After Baeyer-Villiger oxidation, you have to predict which group will be migrating. So accordingly you have to write the product. Let us see some of the examples for Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. So here I have taken a ketone in which one group is methyl group, the other one is isopropyl group. So this is simple methyl group, this is isopropyl group. So that means this is a secondary alkyl group. So now you have to remember about the migratory aptitude. So which will be more having more migratory aptitude? Obviously secondary alkyl group will be having more migratory aptitude. So oxygen will be coming between these two bonds, carbonyl and CH bond. So you have to write the product accordingly. CH3, C double bond O, CH, CH3, CH3. So this ester will be forming because methyl group is having least migratory aptitude, so it will not migrate. Now you can see here methyl group and a cyclopropyl ring. Okay, you have to see the migratory aptitude. Methyl is having least one, and this is the secondary one, isopropyl group. So that means isopropyl group will be migrating. So oxygen will be inserted between these two. So that product would be OC double bond O CH3. Now in this example here it's a cyclic system. So which group will be migrating? So for that you have to write the mechanism of the reaction. Okay, so here you have to see this is CH2 group, this carbon is attached to 1, 2. So that means this is the secondary alkyl group. And if you are seeing here this carbon 1, 2, 3. So this is tertiary alkyl group. So which group will be migrating? Obviously the tertiary alkyl group will be migrating. So oxygen will be coming or inserted between these two carbons. So the product would be a 6-membered one because oxygen also will come. So you have to draw the 6-membered ring, here ketone and here C4H9. Now in this case both aromatic rings, and you have to see the migratory aptitude of the ring, and here without any substituent here the group is having plus some effect. So that means this group will be migrating at a faster rate. So oxygen will be coming between these two bonds. So the product would be it's very easy to write if you are knowing the migratory aptitude of the group. So this is the product which will be forming after Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. So as I said earlier, the ring ketones, cyclic ketones will be having ring expansion. Cyclic esters will be forming, that is lactones. We have seen one example. So I would like to explain through the mechanism of the reactions. Okay, so as you know, this carbon is a lone pair, so this will be picking up this proton and you will be getting RC double bond OH plus a lone pair is lost like this. Okay, so in the next step what will happen? This anion will be attacking the carbon and carbon. Now this is becoming electron deficient nature. So this will be attacking over here. The lone pair will be regaining by the oxygen. So you would be getting the product like this. OH like this. Then here O C double bond O pH. Okay. Now you can see both the sides are secondary alkyl group. So migration you can do by this side or this side. Okay. So how this is happening? This will be coming back here. So the carbonyl valency will be becoming increasing. So since both sides are secondary alkyl group, you can break any of the bonds. This bond could be broken or this bond could be broken. So for convenience, I am breaking this bond. Okay. So this bond will be migrating to this oxygen in this manner. Also, this will be PHC double bond of OH. So you can write like minus PHCO2. Then benzoic acid will be eliminated. And here, if you are seeing, you have to number the ring. Okay, this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sixth one will be oxygen. So first construct a 6-membered ring like this, out of which one atom will be oxygen. So that means it having 6. 6 is attached to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in that manner. Now you can see in first carbon there will be carbonyl group. So this is the lactone or cyclic ester. You can say lactone or cyclic esters are called lactones. So this is the mechanism of Baeyer-Villiger oxidation in cyclic ketones. Cyclic ketones will be undergoing ring expansion. Okay, you will be getting 6-membered cyclic lactones. Let us see what happens if bicyclic systems are employed for the oxidation using Bayer vinegar. Okay, so parasites, this type of bicyclic system will be taken. Okay, so here you have to understand that this is known as endophase. This is known as exophase, top phase. Okay, this is down phase. So as you know, this endophase is crowded. Steric hindrance will be there because of the methyl group. So this phase will be easy. Okay, for oxidation. So that means here that OH plus will be coming. OH plus will be this will be attacking here, and migration will be happening from this side. This bond will be cleaving because this phase is sterically less crowded. So the product would be, you can write like this. Here that methyl group is there. This is carbonyl. Here oxygen will be coming in this manner. Okay, so one more oxygen. So this bond here you can say here you are inserting oxygen. This bond will be cleaving like this. This bond is forming, this bond is forming. So that means this group will be migrating. So now let us take another example in the case of sterically hindered exophase. Okay, sterically hindered. So here two methyl groups, here one methyl group. This side is empty. So this is not this. This is endophase, less crowded. Here exophase. You can see this groups are imparting steric crowding. So in that case, here that oxygen will be coming over here. This bond will be breaking. So you can write the product easily. Cyclic system with methyl group, and here nothing will happen. Double bond O, here oxygen. So this is the product. This is AP cancer. So since the exophase is crowded, now in that case migration happened from the bridgehead. So you will be getting oxygen over here. Let's take an example of camphor. So you can see that the exophase is also crowded, this endophase is also crowded because of the methyl group. So both sides are equally crowded. So in that case you will be getting mixture of products where this group is also migrating and this is also migrating. So you will be ending up with a mixture of products. So here I have written a product with this group migration, plus you will be getting the other product also. So here oxygen, double bond O, like this. Here methyl group, here methyl group. So this is also formed. So you will be ending up with the mixture of products where both sides of exophase and endophase is prone for oxidation equally because both are equally crowded.